Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Green Bay Packers. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Get 300. Get 300. Check.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Small.
Check Mike 54.
Now Rodgers. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Live. Hey, black.
Check 43.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers going deep here for Stitt. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Still's the intended target. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. They run. Devontae Freeman. The first-round pick, Jair Alexander, making the tackle. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week. You must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Ryan. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Hey, Haywood.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Left side complete. Seferian-Jenkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve. that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
258.
54 Mike. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. This is Collins on the toss. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Here we go. Hey, what?
Hey, high 7.
Mike, 54.
Flip again. Flip again.
Now on second and 16. Rodgers. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The reception good for 7. It's third down. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. We're scoreless after 1. Back for the second quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers will bring him up to the line, 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. Now Rodgers. It's caught, Stills, right side. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On second down now. It's Collins. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
319. Check 3. Over. Jump out. Hey, Delta.
Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Kenny Stills, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bryant's extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Ready. At 25. Hey, Tuesday.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. They find some open field here. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the gun, it's Ryan. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Kill. 51, down. Check.
Here's Ryan looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 lead.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Preston Brown, the linebacker. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Hey, 88.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Topper! 42! Back north. Bravo!
Switch. Check 13. Check 13.
Over.
To throw, it's Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
Under 10.
21.
Hey, check 24.
Freeman. Again, he finds an opening. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing again. Ryan. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 10 yards gets them closer, but now it's 4th and goal. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller, very manageable.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
At their own 42-yard line.